have another poem for you, and I'm just going to let the words speak. Please tell me what you think in the comments. Share it. I think it's important. Missing by Latanya Pro Harris. Me. Isn't something absent from our lives? Won't we miss the bread they made? The song we committed to memory that they sang? When there's no one left, won't we recall their laughter? Or will we recall their screams? How haunting is it to know that your neighbor was once there, beside you on your block, in your little corner of the world? When it's all gone and there are holes in the ground where people stood, will you even regret how you spoke to them? Will you remember the last words you said? Were they kind? Were they loving? When you get to the heaven you cleave to, and God asks us an account of what you did, He will name your evils, how you treated His children. I remember when courage was a word they taught us in school, as though it was associated with this American experiment. The way it lingered on our tongues as we recited words to a pledge not meant for us. I remember thinking the country I grew up in had courage. Courage to give food to the sick in a world that prioritizes capitalism. Courage to call out cruelty when it interrupts how we gather. When did we get so far ahead of ourselves that we started to compare need with want? Our lives will be marked by the kindness we gave, by the way we listened when we didn't agree, by how we said I love you anyway instead of it being contingent on who you love. We are becoming a cul-de-sac of liars who gather together creating tall tales about each other until our homes get smaller and our ability to communicate dissipates because we thought the land belonged to us. Isn't it concerning how something is still missing? Don't you miss the way children laughed without worrying about if they make it back from school? Don't you miss the way we learned about one another by being curious instead of cutting? I miss the way it felt when I encountered another culture with a joy that belonged to my ignorance. I miss when that ignorance was a place to learn instead of to discount. We've, my friends, have forgotten more than the plot. We've forgotten its characters and their stories. We've forgotten that we all share history, purpose, and lineage. When God decided to make humans, He made them over nature. And now, with the task at hand, our best creatures are becoming extinct. Isn't something missing? Do we not love each other because our love of war is stronger? We're at war with what ifs, sending young lives to meet their ends because two men decided they couldn't agree to act in what's best for the people. Isn't something missing? Aren't we missing the colors of our homelands? Ones meaning justice and vigilance, valor and perseverance. What's to persevere when there's no one left? Will it matter if they were gay? If they felt more woman than man? If they didn't know and were okay with that? Can't you be okay with that? That the world doesn't look the way you were told to think it should? Can't we still stop what's happening in the Congo, Palestine, and Sudan? Wherever there is evil, can we not snuff it out? Are we not human enough? When did we all decide to become monsters? Do we not see death on our neighbor's doorstep and help them? Or do we only care to help when it serves ourselves? Remember, the only powers they have are the ones you give them. You gave them. When it's all gone and you have no one or nothing to cry to or about, won't you think, isn't something missing? Thank you for listening. These words are something that's been on my heart, and I've been thinking about. And as I was thinking about it early this morning at hours you don't need to know what time I was up at, it was heavy on my heart, and I could feel God guiding me to write these words down. If you don't know what I stand for right now, trans lives matter, black trans lives matter, queer lives matter, black lives matter, Asian lives matter, women lives matter. The voice of the oppressed matter. Indigenous people should be seen and heard. This administration is destroying the very things we claim this country loved and supports. And when I look at situations like the occupation in Palestine, when I look at Congo and Sudan, the starvation and everything that's happening, I just didn't want, I don't want to be someone who sees horror and continues to let it happen without saying something and using the gifts God gave me to support everyone. And please remember, where there's people, there is power. Thank you.